This is Kimberly again with another little unboxing. This one is sweet and small. It is Sara Lovecraft. I sometimes buy her kits. I don't always get to put them together right away, but I do like to buy them, especially when she's got one that just speaks to me. Okay. So, without further ado, here we go. She's doing this new thing. She used to do maker mixes, and the maker mixes had just random beads in it that she didn't have enough to make kits, but she wanted to share. But she switched it to where it's like a maker earrings party, and so that everything has a pair. There's at least 2 of everything. So with this one, and I can tell right off the bat that these 2 beads are not the same. They are different colors. So those are quite obviously 2 different color beads. So that was likely not intentional. I believe they were all supposed to be this color, but this one is much darker and more of a light amber color, whereas this is more of a it's more clear. It's just a very light topaz-y color, and this one is more of a deeper smoky topaz color. You definitely won't be using that for my mix or for an earring pair. Okay, and we got 2 little shell heart frames. So you can put a bead in the center there, if that's what you choose to do. We've got some swan crystal cubes going on here. These are likely some swan pearls, but with that imperfection right there, I'm gonna say this is probably a druck, which drucks are gorgeous, don't get me wrong, love them. And these could be the swan pearls. That finish reminds me of a Swarovski pearl. And here's 2 of the darker topaz fire polish. Here's a dark amethyst fire polish color. And then we've got the light amethyst color here. Those are super pretty. And we've got 4 more. They're nice and round. I did not look and see exactly how many of the swan pieces are in this kit. So these could be either a druck, a check pearl, or a swan pearl. And so we've got those are drucks. Those are absolutely beautiful. We've got some light amethyst drucks in a 6 mil. These are a dark and an 8. These are a 4. And these are likely a 3. Let's see if I can easily get to the calipers. I'm sorry if the camera shakes a little bit. Reaching into my little drawers back here can sometimes shake the whole desk, which in turn shakes the camera. And I apologize if that happened, and it just did. Okay, let's see. We'll clear it. I don't know why it goes to negative like that, but that's fine. Yep, those are a 3. 6 and 4. And these are 6 and 8. So these are probably they're 6. Okay. Yeah, those are all 6s. This one's an 8. And I'm probably going to send a picture to Sarah for this because they are different colors. And I don't think she intended to do that. Unless that's just how they came. They're the same size. They're 12s. And so those are 8s. Either way, they're really, really pretty. And I left 2 little drucks in the bag, so we get 6 of the little 3mm drucks. So lots of wonderful pieces to work with, and these are tiara cast. So we have 4 of the smaller tiara cast and 4 of the bigger. These are going to be really nice to make something with. She says that you can make at least 6 pairs of earrings with this kit, or more depending on how you use the beads. I think there's enough beads in here for me to make a pair of earrings and a bracelet and be very, very happy with that. Okay. And this is the kit that I got. So I think this plays really nicely with the earrings kit. I think there's some beads in here that kind of match what's in the earrings kit. So my plan, typically I like to use some of the beads from the kits to make a pair of earrings. And since there's some complementary beads in my earrings kit, I'm going to use those and the beads in this to make a pair of earrings to go with this beautiful bracelet. Okay. I do typically like to string it up the way that Sarah did in her live, because that's what initially grabbed my attention and how I loved it. And then once I string it up, I measure it out and see how it fits and what beads I need to take off and further alter the design from there. So I will go ahead and put this together, and yeah, we'll show you how it looks after. Okay, so here is what the Sara Lovecraft bracelet kit, how it was put together for the live show. My variation is probably going to be pretty similar. What I'll end up doing is likely taking out 2 or 3, maybe 2 of the rondelles next to these spacers is what I'll probably end up taking out. Maybe a couple seed beads. But I don't think I can lose any of the other elements without taking away of the overall design, which is what I really liked about this piece to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and put it together. I'm not going to go into details about what I'm doing because, like I said, Sarah teaches this on her YouTube channel, and I'm not going to take away from that. So let me get out the magical crimpers, a couple pairs of pliers, round nose, because we are going to do one wire wrap loop, And I think that's all I need. I have a problem sometimes doing the magical crimpers with the bead along crimp tubes, which is usually what Sara sends. So I'm actually going to put those away, and I'm just going to get out a standard pair of crimping pliers. These are my Xerons. There's one plier does all trick pony there, which I like that. So without further ado, let's get her done. All right.
In this section of the video, I am putting the bracelet together and deciding how I want to adjust it. I've put it together and taken it apart a couple times. Found out that one of my crystals was damaged and decided to switch it out with a different crystal.
Okay, I am back, and I have my box of crystals here. Oh! Sorry, my head hit the tripod. Okay. There's the amethyst. Oh, those are blush. Okay. And there's an amethyst crystal. And as you can see, side by side, they are the same exact crystal, only this one does not have that weird spot on it. It does kind of feel like it chipped, like right along the edge when I run my finger across it this way. So, better safe than sorry. I will just use this crystal. We're going to do a wire wrap loop on it. And we're going to be super careful on wrapping, because we don't want to crack the crystal, which is really, really easy to do. So I'm going to hold that there. I'm going to get my pliers. Typically I will use a pair of needle nose pliers, but those appear to be in another room right now, so we are just going to use my flat nose. Works just the same. No problem. We're going to trim that down. Okay, and we're going to try and tuck the tail. Xeron has got such a fine needle nose on here. It does a great job of tucking that tail. I just do a really soft squeeze. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to put together our little extender chain. Okay, so we're going to close this one up. which I probably shouldn't have done. We're going to leave one open so that I only have to close it one time. Okay. Actually, we're going to rethink this. Okay, there we go. We're going to leave one over here so I remember not to close it. Okay. There we go. We're going to get this one. We're going to put this on. Okay, with this one, we are going to add our little crystal dangle. Okay, then we're going to put our chain on. You can put that dangle wherever you want on the bracelet. I just like to have a little extra oomph on the extender chain. Okay. All right, and this one is going to pick up our chain. Come on, go in there. Okay, and that's going to go on this part of our bracelet. And we're going to close that up. Okay. Now our bracelet is done. And there's something sharp over here. Okay. I'm going to play with that with some crimping pliers. I'll see if I can't round that back out because I do not like how that feels sharp. So I might be taking this apart and putting it on new wire chain because that wire guardian right there feels really sharp. Here we go. If I can't straighten that out with my mini crimpers because it feels really sharp right here, and when I'm wearing that, that might bother me. Usually it doesn't, but sometimes it does. Okay, so we still ended up being a little bit big, but I can handle between a 6.5 and 6 3/4 versus 7.5 inch bracelet. So we ended up being within a 1/2 inch of what I typically wear, which is a 6 to a 6 1/4. I think I can manage that. Okay, now it's really tricky to put one of these on yourself. So we'll see if I can manage it. I will be doing it off camera just because I have to put my wrist up against my body to get a hold of the lobster claw. And this lobster claw seems to be really tight. Okay. Now when I put it on myself, I can't get it all the way up here. So having it on the third one is just fine. But as you can see, it is still pretty big on me. So having some help getting that clasped onto this first one right here would be beneficial for me. It wouldn't move around as much. But if you wanted to stack some bracelets together, you could do that and it would be just fine. So, but there it is. And it's not altered much from Sara's design. Like I said, I just took out these rondelles, and I probably could have gotten away with taking out a total of maybe a couple more of these rondelles. And just because I actually have these in my stash, so I could have just alternated a couple coins here and a couple of these crystals. But I don't think it would have made it any smaller. It might have actually made it bigger if I would have done that. So yeah, I will just have some help getting it on. But it's really pretty. I really like it. And if I end up having to remake it because the wire guardian is scratching me too much or bothering me, then I'll adjust it more then. But yeah, there it is. It's all pretty. So, all right. I hope you like that. I'm gonna speed through here and just say thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching me put together my kit from Sara Lovecraft. They are sold out, but every Friday she does instant gratification jewelry on her channel, Sara Lovecraft Designs. And she's fabulous to watch. She teaches you exactly how to put this together, gives you all the tips and tricks. I'm not here for that. I'm just here to put my kit together because I love it and make adjustments as needed so that it fits me and works for me. And sometimes it's great, and sometimes I still have to make more adjustments. But that's okay. It's beautiful. I love it. And I'll just have somebody help me so that it can clasp all the way up here, and it'll tighten it up enough for me that way. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to add these to my earrings bag so I can make a pair of earrings to go with this bracelet later on. I probably won't do it anytime soon, but I think these little crystals go beautifully with this mix. And there's 2 pairs there, and I'll just throw those seed beads in here too and have a grand old time. Okay, there we go. Thank you again. Like and subscribe.